Man, can y'all believe this, bro? Mary J. Blige, she's switching up on old butt monster Diddy now. After the FBI connects her to Diddy's crimes, bro. We knew this was coming, you guys. We shouldn't act shocked or brand new. We shouldn't. But here comes the spicy. Let's get it.
Girl, Mary J. Blige is in a hot mess right now because the feds just linked her to Diddy and his crimes. And it looks like she is about to be swept up on the RICO charges that Diddy is facing. Mary J. Blige and Diddy go way back, more than 30 years now, and they have been good friends for that long. But according to recent developments, it appears like there was more to her story than met the eye, because allegedly she was also involved in the same shady activities like Diddy was. And now that the feds have caught up to her, she is switching up on Diddy and snitching like a canary. Baby, Mary J. Blige has zero intentions of going down with Diddy, and she is working with the feds to send him to prison. Did Mary allegedly SA a minor just like Diddy? And did she really have an affair with Diddy? Let's spill the tea. Diddy, aka the Diddler, is losing friends faster than he's losing his public rep, which is saying a lot because we all know that Diddy is on the way down. Most of the people that he thought he solidly had in his corner have jumped ship and left him to his fate, including Jay-Z, the Kardashians, and now Mary J. Blige. Mary J. Blige abandoning Diddy is not so surprising, but what is shocking is the speed at which she switched up on him after the FBI started looking into her. Like Jay-Z, Mary J. Blige has always claimed that she and Diddy are for life, that she is his ride or die, blah blah blah. If you think Diddy and Jay-Z are close, he and Mary J. Blige are even closer. They have known each other since the early 90s, and Diddy even produced some of her earliest albums, including her debut album, What's the 411, which means that they have known each other for at least 33 years. Diddy has always given her flowers for being one of the greatest performers and vocalists of all time. In an interview, he said, Mary J. Blige is one of the greatest storytellers in R&B history. She created a lane for women around the world to speak their truth to power, so nobody deserves this success more than her. More than being my sister and my best friend, she will forever be a pioneer and the queen of hip-hop soul, who remains an unstoppable force that can accomplish anything she sets her mind to. But in the late 90s to early 2000s, they suddenly had a really bad falling out, and for the next couple of years, they had a bad beef and rarely spoke to each other. Eventually, she came out to claim that the beef was her fault because she was a mess and couldn't keep her act together. She said, the reason we split up is me not understanding the business the way that I needed to understand it at the time. He had a label, he had a female artist, he had Biggie, but during the time, I was really dogging myself. I was a hot mess on drugs. Any smart man or businessman would have moved away from me. It felt like he was becoming distant, but looking back, I now understand why. I wasn't delivering properly, I wasn't taking care of my health, so how can he roll his dice on me?
Well, first of all, Mary J., I don't see anything you did wrong. You maybe was on drugs, but you a great, talented artist, man. Female artist, you great, talented. Don't blame yourself for this Diddy butt monster guy, bro. You can't do that now, Mary J. Don't take your credit away from yourself.
Diddy eventually forgave her and they moved past their issues, going back to being besties once more. Until now, that is, because Mary is now trying to convince us that she and Diddy are not as close as we think they are, claiming that she burned that bridge a long time ago. The timing of this is low-key interesting because people feel like she is just trying to distance herself from Diddy now that things have gone sideways for him.
That's exactly what it is.
Being sued by 5 different people for SA and being investigated by the feds on RICO charges, Diddy is not the only one on the hot seat because everybody associated with him is also going to get investigated by the feds. And one thing about the FBI, they do not play around. After the raid on Diddy's LA and Miami houses, Homeland Security released a statement saying, earlier today, Homeland Security Investigations, New York, executed law enforcement actions as part of ongoing investigation, with assistance from HSI Los Angeles, HSI Miami, and our local law enforcement partners.
Dang.
However, Diddy's lawyers slammed the feds and claimed that it was a witch hunt. They released a statement that said, this unprecedented ambush, paired with an advanced, coordinated media presence, leads to a premature rush to judgment of Mr. Combs and is nothing more than a witch hunt based on meritless accusations made in civil lawsuits. There have been no finding of criminal or civil liability with any of these allegations. Mr. Combs is innocent and will continue to fight every single day to clear his name. But the feds didn't come to play with Diddy, and soon they started picking up and detaining people close to him. His sons Justin and Christian were cuffed and detained during the raid. 2 of his assistants were arrested, and his alleged COKE pusher, Brendan Paul, was arrested at Miami International Airport for possession. The RICO charges were coming and everybody could see them, including Mary J. Blige. She didn't waste time and she posted a cryptic message on Instagram saying, "Unfortunately, a lot of you all met me when I lacked boundaries and was a people pleaser. Let me reintroduce myself. I burn bridges as needed." Girl, she said what she said, and she did not stutter. While this shocked some people, a lot more people were not so surprised because ain't nobody want to catch a RICO case. Plus, there has been talk for a while now that Mary J. Blige got the Cassie treatment while she was with Diddy. Diddy allegedly beat her up and also forced her to use a strap-on to please him. Reports claim that Mary didn't want to do that and she would break down in tears after it happened. There were also reports that Diddy got her pregnant, but he forced her to get rid of it because he didn't want a baby by her. This incident traumatized her so badly that she decided to never have children of her own after that. She hinted at this in an interview where she said, "I have nieces and nephews forever and I'm always watching how people are scrambling for babysitters. I don't want to go through that. I like my freedom to go and move and do what I want to do. I don't have to tend to someone else all the time. Right now, that's where I'm at. But I don't think having kids is going to happen." But wait, that's still not the entire story. I mean, she has continued to be friends with Diddy even after he did all that. So why exactly is she switching up on him? Well, as it turns out, the feds have gotten to her and they have connected her to Diddy, which is why she is now panicking and she is sacrificing him to save herself. If you're wondering why she's panicking, it's because the feds are threatening to include her in the RICO charges and also bring her up on SA charges. For those who don't know, Mary J. Blige had an intimate relationship with singer Danny Boy when he was 16 and she was 24. Danny recently spoke about this in an interview, saying that the first time they got intimate was in 1995 after the Source Awards. He claimed that he and Mary J. Blige were invited to a party along with other people like Diddy's baby mama, Misa Hilton. He claimed that he hung out with the group and had a couple of drinks before going back to his room, but then someone called him back, claiming that there was a woman who wanted to see and meet him. When he got to his room where he was asked to go, Mary and Misa were the only ones in the room.
We was talking, I think I left out, and Suge called me back up to the room. He said, come back upstairs, man, old girl want to see you. This old girl. And Mary's sitting on the couch. So I know the girl that he in the bed with don't want me. So I went in, he closed the door and sit down and I start talking to Mary. And the inside, I'm about to lose it because I'm actually sitting here talking to Mary. She's sitting on the couch and we ordered some food and some more drinks.
He went on to claim that Mary got very touchy with him and she was actively flirting with him. He also claimed that she put her head in his lap, touched him, and that things got very, very intense.
You straight. You did it lane. I'm 15, 16 years old. And she laying on the couch. And I'm sitting on the other end and she laid down on the couch and put her head in my lap. I'm like, he can't be talking about Mary. Was talking about she wanted me to come back up here and now she on my lap. And I'm sitting there and I'm wondering, I'm like, okay, what is this gonna end up to? And she stayed a couple more hours. And we decided to go in the other room because it was a suite. We went in another room and lay down. And she lay down with me and she kind of like backed up against me. And every time she backed up against me, I would move away, and And
they ended up doing the nasty, but that wasn't the only time because Danny added that it turned into a full-blown affair, with Mary flying him out to New York so they could do the nasty. She also allegedly fooled him into thinking that he was her boyfriend, even though she also had a thing going on with Tupac at the time.
From that time, I had an opportunity to go out to New York and visit her a couple more times. Well, that's why I was kind of confused when I heard Kurt saying that Mary was pot girl. Because at that time, she was my girl. At that time, I'm 15, 16 years old, and she flying me in to see her. And you know what it is when a girl back up on you, you young and trying to show her that she ain't phasing me.
Because Danny was still a minor, this is considered to be statutory SA, and Mary could get into a whole lot of trouble for it. According to an insider, the feds discovered this information during their investigation, and they tied it back to Diddy, especially because his baby mama Misa was in the room. This explains why Mary immediately switched up on Diddy and has allegedly been cooperating with the feds in their investigation. Fans left comments saying, just as bad. If you're complicit, you accept it. It's been a million years she was riding for him. Don't switch up now that the block is hot. Don't want to say this, but Mary J. Blige know more than what she wants to say. All those around or associated with Diddy should all go and serve time. And she knew exactly what she was doing. Now she's trying to play victim. Girl, bye. I'm not buying it. Girl, this is a hot stinking mess. But y'all drop your thoughts in the comments and then check out this.
Man, I tell you one thing. Mary J. Man, oh man. Bro, everybody's going down. Just like Cat Williams said before on Club Shay Shay. He said, 2024, I repeat. Y'all heard it so many times. 2024 is up. If Mary J. Blige's name is in that lineup, you already know Jay-Z name in that lineup, bro. If you see, Diddy had, check out my other video. Diddy got the list of people that was all connections and in cahoots with the parties and was rocking with him. Now they ain't rocking with him. He gonna sing like a bird. Pause. No Diddy.